What is up, everybody? It's your boy. It's your boy. And we back in here with another meeting for Demon Slayer Manga Book Club. Not gonna lie, this already going better than the Tokyo Ghoul one. Y'all showing up and actually participating, which actually makes your boy happy. I love that. And I'm glad to see you guys coming through to the stream and coming through to talk about some Demon Slayer. Now, today's episode, or today's meeting that we're going over today, let me see, because I forgot. I had to type it earlier. We're going over volumes 9 through 12 of the volumes of the manga Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, obviously. And for the chapters, we're going over 71 through 106, which goes over the entertainment arc district, or the entertainment district arc, which was in the anime recently in season 2. And we actually finished off the season 2 contents, and we actually started off some of the season 3 contents in the last volume that we had to read this meeting right here. We're literally halfway through Demon Slayer, which is amazing. It's great to see. We've read 106 chapters together. It's woo. Chill out, man. Chill out. I put a little slug for you, but I'm mad. Don't act like that. Don't act like that, mad. But yeah, it's amazing that we've read 106 chapters of Demon Slayer, and I will say I do like the entertainment district arc better than the last arc that we had previously. But also the way that the Swordsmith Village arc is going through. Oh man, I like that too. I'm not gonna lie. I was about to read past volumes 12. Oh, I want to read that. That's the one arc I really do like, and that's the one arc I really want to talk about this week. I mean, most of the stuff that we read, though, was over the entertainment art district, which I thought was going to be more grand in scale compared to how everybody was hyping up season 2 of the anime. But it's just people who are in the anime hyping up the animation, as usual. So, it was cool. I thought it was going to be longer. big pause. I thought it was gonna be longer than what I expected. I don't know why. I thought it was gonna go through the whole 4 volumes, but it only went through the 3 volumes that we read, and it was cool. It was a short read. I mean, I didn't feel moved by it. I felt like it was a very contained story. Not much really happened in it. Tengen is a cool character, but I feel like the problem that we have with some of these Hashira so far is that we don't get enough time to actually like them. Like, we like them when they're in the battle, in the heat of the moment type thing, but we don't actually get to like them as a character as much because we don't see any type of, as Jerry would say, characterization from these characters. And Tanjiro was cool in this arc as well. He was cool. Zenitsu, I really liked him. I don't know why when Zenitsu sleep, this is like the arc that we actually get to see him talk while he sleep. I know he talks when he does this thunderstep flash. I know he talks like that when he's asleep. But this is the first time we actually see him talk and like actually say sentences to Inosuke. Inosuke's like, yo, dude, you're pretty cool when you're asleep. You get what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool. But yeah, not much really happened to where I really want to talk about it. This is content that I finally reached that I have not watched the anime version of, because obviously this was after Mugen Train and we read Mugen Train last meeting. And like I said, my problem so far is with these Hashira characters. They're supposed to be like mentor figure like characters, and I guess we're gonna go on a journey with each of them for each arc. That's what I'm assuming. I'm not really feeling any of the Hashira so far, and I feel like I'm not gonna feel any of them. Like, I like Giyu, I like Rengoku because of the Demon Slayer game, but I don't like Rengoku because of the movie. Like, he was cold when he was going against Akaza, or Akaza, right? He was cold when he was going against up against Akaza. But aside from that, I mean, Tengen's cool too, but I feel like I just didn't really. And that's another problem I have. Some of the action panels in this week's manga reading, I did not like them. They were very hard to read. I couldn't tell what type of maneuvers they were doing, especially with Tengen when he has some little swords and he was moving across the panel. I'm like, what's happening right here? What's happening right here? Now, this could be my P brain coming into effect. I don't know. You guys can tell me. But yeah, it was all right. It was all right. But that Swordsmith Village arc, oh, I know that's gonna be something. That's gonna be something nice. Now you guys know I love my little shonen training arcs. Y'all know I love my shonen training arcs. And we get a training arc with just Tanjiro, no Inosuke, no Zenitsu. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, sir. I love it. But let's go ahead and look at the chat and see what you guys are talking about. And I gotta say, what's up, Kaz? It's great to have you for a manga book club meeting. Always love to see you. My boy Watt coming in here. Lehman Layer, Tough Fan coming in here. My boy Enrico coming in here. W Stream, L Manga. It's a W manga, but just not up there with the goats. I don't know if it's a W manga so far. It's an I manga. It's a manga. No, L. Oh man, Chase the Ghost Age. What up, Ronnie? What's everyone's favorite kind of muffin? Banana nut. Pause. Banana nut is my favorite, probably. Let's go. My boy Zen is here. Yes, sir. I was just talking about Zenitsu. Blueberry. Ooh, blueberry is fire as well. My boy Ryan in here. Hard body like he vertigo with the hockey all on him. It's the boy B tier Chase. And if you don't know what he's referring to a Manga Heroes video of him ranking manga tubers, and I got a B- tier. That's crazy. We'll react to that on next stream Tuesday. We'll react to that then. I've talked to him though. I'm gonna leave that up in the air. I don't want to say too much. Well, I've talked to him. We're cool. Twerk. There, y'all got enough right there. Case the pain. Huh? Oh, cast the pain. Here this time. What up, Flair? All right, F you, Chase. I'm leaving. I know that was for the Tokyo Ghoul thing. Chill out, Matt. Chill out. I was just playing. I respect TG, especially if it was your first series to get into. Red Lights District. I thought it was called Entertainment. It was called Entertainment District Arc. That's what I thought it was called. I'm not going to be able to stay here long. Just wanted to say what's up to everyone. I hope the stream goes well. Thank you, Ronnie, for coming through. Highly appreciate that. And whatever you have to get through tonight, hope you have a good night. You get what I'm saying? Yo, how's it going, Chase? What up, skunk bag? Hey, yo, I don't like calling anyone a skunk bag, but if I got to call you that, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Clip that? What? Nothing about Demon Slayer is grand. Longer than that train, at least. My boy Joseph, just in time. The pacing isn't it, to be honest. I agree. Tengen over I'm glad you meaning Rengoku, because if you meant Rengiku, hey, Cass, me and you would have had some problems if you meant over Rengiku. Because we know about Rengiku from Bleach. Part of the Gosei 13. Oh, Rengiku is mommy. But I fell behind in my reading. That's all right, PK. If you watch the anime, which I'm not sure if you have, then we're just going over that stuff. Just make sure you read at least volume 12, because that's the start of the new arc. All right, I'm pulling up. I've had enough. We clapping this fool. Hey, yo, what? Blueberry muffins over Demon Slayer over Chase. Come on, Joseph put Demon Slayer over me. Yo, I must be an L streamer. L streamer, L content creator, L YouTuber, L all that. Just L person in general if you put Demon Slayer over me. That's crazy. Let me get my jar. Wait. Hey, yo. Cash, we're all supposed to fill that up together. Nah, ain't no way he said that. Clip it. The Wumpy? That's probably censored version because Viz can't be saying red light district. Why can't they say that? What's wrong with that? Can they not say that because of Ludacris's album? I'm not gonna lie, that was like probably one of Ludacris's weaker albums, but it has some jams on that thing. Oh, I do like Red Light District. One of his weaker albums though, out of that era. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, my bad. I can't spell. No, you're good. You good. I was mainly on Discord. You skipped my collection. Sad times. Were you active in the Discord? Were you in here? I was getting people that was in here that was active. If you weren't, I was just going real fast. That's the thing. And plus, you know how long that stream was? That stream was 3 hours long. Dang, look, y'all, you couldn't bring the positive out of that stream. You have to bring the negative out of that. That's crazy. I can't win for losing, or I can't lose. Wait, no, I can lose. I always lose. I'm a big L. But LO, no, I'm sorry. But I'm a big L. I'm just a big L overall. That's why Demon Slayer over me, bro. That's why Demon Slayer over me. Yep, I was actually gonna watch some videos and go to bed early and read some Chainsaw Man since I've gotten back on my workout routine. Understandable. You do got to get that rest, Ronnie. So I completely understand. I need to be like you. I've definitely been. I've been struggling. I haven't been working out. I need to meal prep though, because that's the most important part when it comes to working out. You got to get the meals right, and I have not been eating right. I will admit that right now. I need a meal prep, but it's hard. When you're a content creator, it's so hard to meal prep. I mean, it's best to meal prep, but it's just so hard. Like fast food is just my thing. Hello, Chase. What up, Missy Streams? Talking about Demon Slayer, very strange. We've been doing this for the past few weeks, Missy, so it's strange to be just going into Demon Slayer. We obviously know that I'm going to make a review video on my channel about it. But I think I should make a review and a spoiler-free review, separate videos. I don't know if people want to see that though, but we'll see. Or maybe I just attach a spoiler review at the end of the regular review. I don't know. Red Light District is where you go to pay for some cake. Oh, that's why Ludacris named his album that. That's smart. Can we go? Can we go though? As a Discord family trip. And you know, the community family trip. That's what we need. We need that. We need that. Or at least I do. Yeah, I was in here. I don't remember you saying anything, scumbag. Oh, wait. Did you tell me you was Manny in here? If you didn't tell me you was Manny in here, that's probably why I didn't know. No Red Light District is the actual thing. It's where people go for adult entertainment. I'm paying for people, shows, etc. Name District is like the PG name version. Oh. B- streamer. Oh, that hurts. I'm trying to hit a Red Light District facts. I'm trying to hit it with the homies. Well, meal prep or calorie intake, I've been doing both. You're dedicated, Ronnie. But you're gonna get them gains though. That's the thing. Chase, our #1 spot slaps on Red Light District. I mean, that's facts. That's my favorite song off that album. I'm sorry, that was a very bad interpretation of that song. I'm not gonna do that again. Field trip, Chase pass permission slips. Don't get your parents to sign it. They're literally working in. That's what they are? Hey, yo, Viz did a good job of censoring that. Because at first I was like, ain't no men coming through. At first, that's what I thought it was going to be. But I'm like, Demon Slayer ain't going to go that route. Demon Slayer ain't going that route because ain't no men coming through like that. And you didn't hear no one, doing what it do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't think that. Let's all go as a field trip. I'm first in line in for the field trip. What else? 21 Savage. How you doing tonight? What's up, BD? I'm all right. S tier streamer. Yes, go. B-. It's already been proven. That's kind of facts. I'm a B- guy. That's crazy. I still have, like I said, we gonna watch that video on Tuesday. I'm gonna watch that video on Tuesday. Even though I've already told him myself, I just feel like you can't rank other manga tubers because we all like kind of do our own thing. Like none of us are the same. It's like if I rank Kendrick Lamar and Chief Keef. Like they both make great music in their own realms. But I can't rank them like on a ranking chart. You get what I'm saying? Like Chief Keef, I'm going for bangers. Kendrick Lamar, I'm going for the lyrical content. You get what I'm saying? I'm not rating them two on the scale. That's how I feel about the manga tuber thing. Like there's not that many people that do the same thing on manga tube. Like we all make videos. We all make the hauls, the logs, all that type of stuff. But some of us kind of steer away and do other stuff surrounding manga. So that's the thing. Like some of us have shopping videos. Some of us, make great videos called Come Shop with the Boy. Y'all should check out that series on YouTube if y'all haven't already. But I just feel like it's going to be hard to like do a manga ranking, a manga tuber ranking thing. That's going to be the tough part. That's going to be really tough. And it's tough to see where you're going to be scaling on everything. Because for example, me and Issa are two different people. We both like manga. We both like some shonen stuff. But me and him, I'm not going to compare me to Issa because me and Issa, we're two totally different, completely different people. Like I'm way more animated than him. And him, he's super chill. He's like a super relaxed guy when he's talking. He's like, yeah, so guys, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Me, I'm like, what's up, you guys? Chase the mother effing dark sage. That's me. That's how I feel. You get what I'm saying? Captain Ryan got the only S tier. Captain Ryan, I always tell him, and I've told you guys this. He just needs to be consistent. That's the only thing but I mean, if you're doing YouTube for fun and you don't really care about getting paid or anything like that, you can do whatever you want. So like I said, it just depends on what I'm grading it as. Like, am I grading you as like you doing YouTube as a hobby or as a career, or you want to make money off of it? Like, you want to actually make it financially beneficial for yourself. It probably is for all I know. I don't know. I'm not a pocket watcher. I want to do pocket watchers though. We're gonna do pocket watchers one day. But either way, he's like I can't put him on a scale either because like he is like YouTuber like, okay guys, so we're gonna do this. But before we get to that, like, share the video. Let's get into it. Like he knows how to. Well, I don't know how. His brain works like a wreck. Like if you would think a YouTuber, you would think of Captain Ryan, but in the manga space. That's what Captain Ryan is. I keep telling people that. Okay. Well, let's see. Come Shop with the Boy is probably your best series in my opinion. That and the collection videos. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Stacey. Yes, sir. Like them all, to be honest. See, that's why Ronnie is a goat. That's crazy. Like Captain Ryan is the only one that got the S tier. Like I said, we're gonna react to that video on Tuesday, so y'all better be there on Tuesday. We're gonna do some other stuff. We're gonna react to some other stuff probably as well, but we're gonna talk about that video on Tuesday because I really want to see where his opinions went on that. I'm very interested to see, but I wanted to react with you guys in real time. So I'm holding off from watching it. I might do it this weekend. I don't know. Well, if you cared about making that cash money, it'd probably be better to pick something aside from manga. This is facts, but it's also going to be, I feel like manga is like the quickest way to grow. It's the quickest, like, sure way to grow. Because with other lanes, like video gaming and stuff like that, it's super hard because it's super saturated. Now, there's not a lot of good content, but the whole market itself is just saturated itself. There's only so many Minecraft videos you can watch before you get tired and you find mine. And I'm like the last one on that page. So you better have some good SEO. Honestly, you're the only manga tuber I watch. Goat, Flare, Goat. You think Manga Sloth has the best collection or who on YouTube? I gotta see everybody's collection. I haven't seen everybody's collection, so I can't really judge that. Manga Sloth has a lot. Like, he has a lot of stuff. That's my boy, though. Manga Sloth is my boy. He has a lot. But the video honestly wasn't that bad. Just very contradictory. PK, you better be here for that stream. Weekend stream? We can stream this weekend. I need to make sure I make some video, like I edit my videos all the way, which could happen probably Friday night. Because I already have one video that I need to save up and actually upload for Patreon members. But I do need to do a stream. I might do a stream this weekend. If you guys want a stream this weekend, let me know. And we'll react to it this weekend rather than Tuesday. True. I'll add him. I'll tell him like, yo, I'm about to watch your stuff. So come through. So yeah, that'd be a good experience. True. I'd rather him be on here so that way he can explain his opinions a bit more in person rather than I'm just going off of it and I'm assuming certain things if he doesn't say everything. So that'd be pretty dope. That's if. I'm not gonna guarantee that. I'm not gonna guarantee that. I'll ask him though. I'll see. True, I just mean that the ceiling is much lower here, even if it's not as overpopulated as gaming, for instance. I highly agree with you, Joseph. I highly agree with you. The only way you're gonna make it in manga tubing is if you switch over to being like a manga reviewer. Like, you'd be like Totally Not Mark or Mass Man or King of Lightning. People that talk mainly just about the manga rather than actually collecting manga, collecting figures. So yeah. Okay, good luck with the stream. Good night and have fun with the book club, everyone. Thank you, Roddy. Thank you. Chase act like he can't give us an extra stream. I be trying to work out my schedule, PK. I'm trying to be a scheduled man. I gotta see when I gotta do the other stream. If I need to start streaming 3 times a week, I'm thinking, like I told you guys, I'm thinking about making this a podcast. So all these parts that y'all hearing this will be a part of the podcast if I were to make that. Shout out to Chilled YT for following. Highly appreciate that. But like I said, I'm thinking about making this into a podcast format. A lot of you guys gotta let me know if you want that. That way I can put the work into it. I gotta make a cover and all that. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Manga's been booming since the pandemic, so it's good right now. Yeah, but there is a ceiling though, Flair. It's a very low ceiling, but there's a ceiling. For YouTube, yeah. Oh man, hey again, what up, Gus? How's your night going? It's all right. How's yours? Thank you for asking. Also, how do you rate Demon Slayer? So far, it's a 5. How do you rate it? I'm watching the anime and it's so freaking slow. I just dropped it after episode 3 for some reason. No, I think season 1 moves pretty quickly, and the manga moves even quicker. The manga moves way quicker. It's as slow as Phantom Blood, and even Phantom Blood was more exciting to watch. I mean, that's JoJo though. Can we really compare like GOAT status to something that's mediocre? I love JoJo. I just like the Victorian era, so maybe I'm biased. Nah, JoJo's just good. Episode 3 is crazy. Dark Sage podcast? That'd be dope. It'd be like, cause I do want to create some podcasts. I don't know what they'd be about, but I do want to do a manga reading podcast. So for those people who aren't able to reach or hit these streams, they'll at least be in podcast format just like this, so they can just listen to the whole thing and act like, they're kind of there. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm kind of trying to read out everybody's chat. That way they can at least feel a part of the actual program itself. Or if people don't have don't actually have the screen up right now on them, and they probably got it muted, or they're probably walking around doing other chores around the house, but just have me playing in the background, I do want to, at least have them feel included in the conversation. So yeah, and then I know everybody can't make it to the streams, especially this late at night. So I want everybody to have an avenue to either watch this or listen to it, whether it be a podcast format or at least on the secondary channel, Read the Dark Sage. If you haven't, go ahead, subscribe to that channel as well. But yeah, manga tubing seems pretty fun. Oh, what up, you collects? But yeah, it is pretty fun. I think it's dope. It's very stagnant though. I do admit it's very stagnant, and I'm personally getting bored with it. I like manga tubing. I'm not getting bored of manga per se. I'm getting bored of log. I mean, I'm getting bored of the repeatedness. I like doing those videos, but I want to make something else up in there. And so PK kind of gave me an idea for a video, which is gonna be hard for me to shoot, but I kind of want to do it. PK gave me an idea. I told you guys I have an idea that I kind of want to do this summer. It's gonna be hard for me to actually execute it. But once we do execute it, hopefully it comes off fire and people support it. Chase, he's gonna hit you with what he hit your boy with, if you ask. Sagecast. Solo podcasts are difficult to pull off. Good luck with that. Oh no. I'm not doing no solo podcasts. Oh no. I do YouTube videos. I'm not doing no solo podcasts. I'm not doing no solo podcasts. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. If I have a podcast, it's gonna be like with a guest or something. So it's gonna be very sporadic. It's not gonna have any type of consistency at all. And if I do, it's gonna be very like you guys bring me topics. But if y'all do that, then I might as well just do a stream instead. So yeah. Oh, but I'll read the manga. Dope. Yep. Manga goes super fast. I was done with the season 1, but as soon as I hopped on the manga, I flew past the chapters. It was one of my first manga though, so I kind of compare everything to it. What do you mean, like how fast it moves, or what? Do hentai reviews this week in peak. I love Cass, man. I love Cass. What manga are you reading? We are reading. Hey, Spy Bread, is this your first time? No, this ain't, because you don't have the thing. What manga are you reading currently? Like outside of Demon Slayer? I'm trying to read Goodnight Pun Pun, but I haven't even taken off the wrapper. I just been so swept up with YouTube stuff lately. But I promise you, this is gonna be the one thing I read outside of Demon Slayer. I gotta read this before the month is over. I gotta read it. That's crazy if I don't do that. Sagecast or obscure media? Obscure like what though? I want to make content like what I said, but I'm too busy at the moment. I understand, PK. You got a life. I don't. Let's start the review. Yeah, we need to. A JoJo podcast. I need to tell you about this video I'm going to start filming. Ooh, okay. Tell me later, PK. Tell me after this. Good night, Pun Pun. Bro, Goodnight Pun Pun is my second favorite manga. Berserk first and JoJo Part 7 third. Someone sounds like they have peak taste. Basically, everything about it, like art or pace or how they panel stuff like that. So you literally base everything off of that. That's a good standard. I'd say read Dragon Ball Z and see how you feel, Misty. You have to let me know how it is. Pun Pun or Demon Slayer? But yeah. All right. We are about to open up the stage. I know the stage has been supposed to be open up, but I didn't want to start it. Then everybody getting there, then they're raising their hands, and I'm like, oh. But I don't know if you already saw 21 Savage. I already did a mini review of what we read at the beginning of the stream. So I already talked about it, but right now we're on the stage and we're gonna let everybody else talk about it as well. And oh my god, I don't want y'all to see this because y'all gonna freak. But yeah, y'all gonna freak if y'all see this. But we still gonna do it though. Let me see. Let's go ahead, get it, baby. Do not look at the DM. Nah. But let's see who's on the stage. That boy Andres Escobar. Come up on stage. Oh, and my sister is here. PG Senpai, what's good? What's good? But oh wait, let me turn. Okay. Oh, okay. Good. I can hear you. Say
something. You hear me fine?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. What's up, Andres? Okay. How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm all right. Thank you for asking. How did you feel about this week's reading of Demon Slayer, volumes 9 through 12? Was it 9 through 12? 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, 9 through 12.
Okay, good.
Son, when you said the thing about the last arc, the Swordsmith Village, right? Like I couldn't agree more with that because like I'd already watched the anime for season 2, so like I knew everything that happened, right? So it wasn't like I wasn't surprised, right? I really liked it, right? Because I really liked season 2. And then before I forget, let me say something about the art, right? So the art, it doesn't get better, right? Like because I've seen a lot of people talk about it. And like usually it's the panels where it's like from far away, right? Like when they have to draw like tiny Ichigo or tiny Tanjiro, sorry, right? Like whenever they like, it feels like the author almost like scribbled him almost, right? Like
yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
I mean, I don't like it either, right? I'm not the biggest fan, but I mean, I guess I learned to live with it. And then
sadly
watching, I also agree with what you said when it was the difference between the anime and the manga, where it's like some of the fight panels when he was fighting, when Tengen was fighting Gentaro, I think was the name of the guy. Right?
Is it Gyutaro, something like that?
Gyutaro, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But then like whenever he's like swinging his sword or whatever, like I just felt like I just assumed they were both clashing swords or whatever because you could barely tell what was happening.
Yeah, like right? Literally all I saw was like a circle, and I'm like, what the F does that mean? Well, I mean, I know he's doing the circle, but I'm like, where? Like, and then it showed like him moving fast, but it didn't really show like an after image of him. So I didn't know like where he was moving from to be swinging his like little sword things like that.
Yeah, because you should definitely give the season 2 fight at least a watch, just between Tengen and him, just because I think that the Demon Slayer anime really spoiled us, just because they did like a really good job with the season 2, and then the fights, like I'm telling you, the fights, like they get it out of the park. So like, I think the fights do a better job in the anime, but then the manga was like passable, right? Like, I mean, not too bad, not too good, right?
Yeah. I feel like it was on the lesser of what I've seen fight wise. Like if I had to rank fights I've seen in manga, Demon Slayer would kind of be on the lesser in terms of choreography, because it's just too hard to tell of what's happening at times. Especially with the fire and the water. It's just too much.
Yeah, the manga could agree with that. And then the other thing that I wanted to say is about the Hashira, I also kind of don't like them because I know how they're supposed to be like, I'll compare with like other animes, right? Like they're supposed to be like the Hokages, I guess. They're supposed to be like the
I would give them
the big dogs.
I give them more of like the I mean they could be that. I feel like they're more of like the Jonins from Naruto, like Kakashi, Guy.
No. Well, that's fair too. But then here's the thing, I guess my issue now, it's almost like they're going 1-for-1 against the demons. So it's like Rengoku died against Akaza, right? He didn't even go for 1-for-1. But then here it's like, yeah, he killed Gyutaro, but then now he's retired, right? So it's like we lost another Hashira. So now we're almost 2 down.
Yeah,
right?
see, I had the same thing because I was thinking like, are we gonna get just a new? I mean, a little bit. Darn it, are we gonna get a whole new set of Hashiras by the end of this whole series? Because, like you said, we've been losing like a Hashira each time we've met one. So with the Swordsmith Village arc that we're going into, and like I said, I haven't read anything past it. We met one Hashira, but he's a young Hashira. So I'm assuming that he's gonna stay because he's the same age as Tanjiro, or I think Tanjiro said maybe even younger. But I wonder, yeah. So I wonder, like, if he's gonna stay, if he's gonna die. I'm hoping he stays since he is more new blood rather than and replacing some of the older people in the Hashiras. So yeah, I do agree with you.
Yeah, because if they do go 1-for-1, we're gonna end up with like 3 Hashiras at the end of the show.
Jesus, I hope not.
But then the other thing that I want to say, what was it? The scene that I did like watching the anime was when Tanjiro has the scythe sticking through like his he
mouth?
gets like hit in the bottom of his mouth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I was waiting to see like how good the manga did it because I know it's the source material, but since the anime was so good, and I feel like they did like a decent, like a good job at it. I don't know if you remember, but it's like when his eyes go white and then his like markings on his forehead just like go like crazy and stuff.
I remember that. I remember that, and I was like, yo, I'm like, the marking is moving. I thought he got that when he was a little kid though.
Okay, and then about that. Whenever okay, can I get into the flashbacks and stuff?
Was it in what we read?
Yeah, it's within what we read.
Oh wait, are you talking about the demon dude watching over the kids?
No, yeah, when he falls asleep, and then we see like Tanjiro's actual dad, and then he's saying like, "Oh, thank you for saving my life" or whatever. I owe you and my family's life. And then the other guy's like, "Oh, no problem." And then it's the guy with the long hair, the one that actually has the earring.
Wait, did he actually have the earring?
Yeah, like the other guy.
Okay, what I'm assuming, yeah, because that's what I thought. So yeah. It's all coming back. Because when I first read that, I was assuming, this could be a spoiler, I don't know, but I'm assuming that he was the first sun breather. So that's what I'm assuming, because Muzan realized he had the little earrings. Rengoku's dad realized he had the little earrings. They was like, oh, those are earrings of the sun breather or whatever. And I'm like, hey, yo, and they was like, that dude was like, you know, like super old. And then when we got to Swordsmith Village, I know I'm fast forwarding too much. We got to Swordsmith Village. He fought a robot that looked just like that demon dude. And I'm like, hey, yo.
Yeah, but then the what's the little kid, the little swordsmith kid that controls the robot?
Oh yeah.
He says he tells him that it's a demon that's like or a swordsman from like 300 years ago or some crap. So it's like, you know, if it's 300 years ago and he was talking to Tanjiro's dad, I'm starting to think that guy's maybe half demon, perhaps, or something.
I think he's full demon.
Can't be. Yeah, probably. And then the thing is, I would have to look back at like the panels at the beginning, but I don't know if you remember, but basically, whenever they talk about Tanjiro's dad, they show the other guy, not his actual dad.
Yeah, right? The flashback.
Yeah, like at the beginning, whenever they say like, "Oh, I remember my dad dancing" or whatever, it's always the guy with the long hair. Like it's never the guy that actually does look like Tanjiro. And then they never show his face at the beginning because they only show him dancing, so he has like the face covering or whatever. So like we can't tell. We just assume that it's Tanjiro's dad. But then until now, it's like, oh fuck, what if he wasn't Tanjiro's dad, right?
True. Because Tanjiro's dad looks like him. Literally looks like him.
Yeah, he looks like him.
Yeah, okay, so now you're making me think. Yeah, because when I first saw that vision, I thought that was Tanjiro just imagining things. That's what I thought it was, because it looked too much like Tanjiro. It's like too much.
So then now, what were they saying? So then I wonder if maybe something happened to Tanjiro's dad, and then this guy like replaces his dad, or like ends up, I guess, looking after them, and then something happens to the guy with the earrings, right?
True.
Because then the other thing that I didn't want was how they were talking about the earrings and how they were talking about the markings, and I didn't want it to be like the typical what do you call it?
He's a chosen one type thing.
No, you were all the chosen one. Yeah, like at the end, Muzan's gonna say like, "Oh, it was the prophecy or whatever," right? I'm like, come on, bro. So then I feel like if this ends up being true, then I feel like it's a cool twist, I guess, because it's like, oh fuck, it's not his actual dad. Like we thought it was his dad, but it's not really, or whatever.
This will be interesting.
He has like the same mark or whatever, and then even Tanjiro, he says I didn't get this mark when I was born. I just hit my head. I don't know when he fell or something.
So maybe he lied and it came out when he was protecting Nezuko? So maybe that mark wasn't like an actual mark, but it just came out and it's always stayed there.
Yeah, probably. Or even, I did also think that maybe Nezuko and Tanjiro are kids of this guy and not his actual dad.
Which would explain Nezuko not being fully succumbed to Muzan's blood?
Well, yeah, but then I was thinking, but then he looks too much like his dad, so it couldn't be that he's... Or maybe he like passed on his power whenever he died, you know, the guy with the earrings, and he passed it to Tanjiro.
Potentially.
Because then the other thing that they do, because this is what I did like about the manga, was that they they drop little hints, I guess, between the dialogue that I usually don't pay attention to when I'm watching anime. Mm-hmm. Which it was what's the name of the guy? I forgot the name of the main guy from the Demon Corps.
The guy that's
the guy
sick?
with the long hair. Yeah, the guy that's sick.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, this is the first time that we ever tipped the scale against Muzan."
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
From our clan or something. And he says that they're from the same clan, right? Mm-hmm. So then that made me, and again, I hate to compare it to other animes, but it reminded me almost of My Hero, mm-hmm. right? Where it's like, it's almost like the good guy is like All Might, and then the bad guy is like
All for One.
What was it? All for One.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like they're probably descendants of the same like demon line, but then one chose to be bad and like start eating people or whatever. Like Muzan's like bad for the sake of being evil, and he probably like killed all his family or whatever. But then, I mean, I guess potential spoilers, I guess. But then the good guy, right? He's like, oh no, like I'll be the good one or whatever, and I'll like look over humans or protect humans, I guess.
Okay, so now you got me thinking, right? Remember when Tanjiro, and Cass, we're gonna bring you in soon. I'm gonna bring you in right now. Because Andre's still talking. I'm speculating, but this makes me think, like when Tanjiro was like taken by the Hashiras and he was laid in front of them, and you know he was on trial for Nezuko, I guess, or whatever, right? This was making me think, because remember the dude that's ahead of the Demon Slayer Corps, he knew that woman that Tanjiro's in cahoots with to try and get Nezuko that cure. So now that you're saying that, and she's not succumbed to Muzan's blood either, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, something's got to be linked. So maybe you onto something, because he does have that disease and we don't know what's happening with him yet, but it's really hurting him and it's ailing him type stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. There's some connections that need to be had, and now that you got me thinking about it, I'm like, where are we going with this? Where are we going?
And then the other thing is that the top demon, the number one, you know, the guy with the 6 eyes.
Yeah.
He does look also a lot like the doll. Like he has like the long hair.
That's what I thought it was.
He has the checkered kimono, right? But then for his, I looked at the manga and I could be wrong, right? But his kimono is like a variation of Tanjiro's. Like it's not the checkered, but it's like a diamond almost, like a different shape. But I'm like, it looks like the same thing almost. So it's almost like alternate, I guess. So then, I mean, we won't know until like later, I think. But I just thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. Like how or it might be something.
Yeah, I mean, now you got me thinking. See, now I want to read more. I actually want to read Demon Slayer a bit more now. The Swordsmith Village arc, how do you feel about that so far, now that we've started reading that a bit? Okay,
so right now, I really liked... I'm not a big fan of training arcs. You're going to kill me on this one. But I guess traditional training arcs, because usually... Well... I guess when they do it differently, I do like it. But then in this case, I feel like they did do it differently because it's just Tanjiro. Because then I wouldn't have liked if it was Inosuke and Zenitsu, right? If it was all of them training, then yeah, I would have been like, come on, bro, like you could have made it different or whatever. Because then if they would have done the same training that they did at the Butterfly Mansion or whatever, and just magically gotten stronger, I would have been like, come on, bro, like I don't know, come on with something original. But then now that they're like in a different place, he's gonna talk with different like Hashiras. Now he's like doing different training. Like he got his ass whooped by the freaking by the robot, right? Like he's having to learn new stuff from the swordsmiths and stuff. So I really like difference. So, and I think that this arc is where it's gonna get spicy, I guess. Like, I feel like the entertainment arc was like a little taster, right? Where they just added a little bit more demons, they added a little bit more Hashira, a little bit more fighting or whatever, a little bit more lore. But then now it's like now you're actually getting to more interesting stuff.
True. I feel like the start of this was all with Mugen Train when they met their first Hashira and went on a mission with them on him. But I just don't want it to be repeating, like you said before, every arc where we go with a Hashira, we lose a Hashira, like each arc. So, but I'm really gonna like. I feel like I'm already liking this arc so far because we only have Tanjiro. We don't have Inosuke. We don't have Zenitsu. So we have to develop Tanjiro's skills and we get to fully see them. So I think that that's pretty dope.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. See, the other funny thing that I did find about, and I noticed this when I was watching the anime, but then when I was watching it again or reading it again, was that what was it? Like Tanjiro, like he doesn't have power, right? Like he's just a normal human as long as we're concerned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at least like Inosuke, like he has like super strength or whatever, but like it's like Tanjiro, like he's just a normal guy that is strong, I guess, and knows how to breathe, right? But then I guess I'd compare him a lot to Ichigo just because he gets his ass whooped, like he gets like cooked, like he gets cut, he gets stabbed, he gets all these, but then all of a sudden he just gets stronger. Because then it's like when he was fighting the demon, right? Like he had already been stabbed, he had already been cut, and he can't heal or whatever. But like he was just getting stronger and stuff, and then like you saw the markings. So I just thought it was like funny because he just takes a beating and then still whoops everyone's ass. But
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is the one time I think we really see Tanjiro just like take a whooping this bad, and the Hashira took a whooping that bad too. So I was entertained by the entertainment district, but I feel like we're really gonna get into some good stuff with the Swordsmith Village arc.
And then as a side note, I know you guys already talked about the Mugen Train arc last time, but I wasn't able to come here. And the one thing that I did want to point out is, and I guess it came out in this chapter too, which when they were talking that all the styles come from the sun breathing, right? Mm-hmm. So then I think that Tanjiro is gonna stay as a sun, like he's not gonna be a flame or a water, right? Like he's gonna stay as a sun, like a pure sun, like it's gonna be like a chosen one type of deal, because he's probably the only son, him and the other guy with the earrings. But then because I was thinking about the little flame thingy that they gave him for the hilt of the sword, and I feel like that's like a Chekhov's gun type of situation, where it's like, why would they give him a flame like little ornament if it's not going to come into play later?
True.
Isn't the guy that the other Hashira that's in the village arc, didn't they say that he's also like related to the Sunbreathers?
I think he said
I think so.
Did they say he was like a long distant like descendant?
I think he's
or
a descendant
like
of them.
I think
he said that
be
wind
wrong, though.
Or that mist came directly from the sun or something.
Is he a mist?
I mean, he uses mist, but I think they say he's a descendant of like the sun breathers.
I'm not
remember what it's in.
I'm not sure. Do you know like what would probably have to be within the last few chapters? And I don't want to go on a wiki because I know I'm gonna spoil myself by accident. So F.
Bro, I was looking up pictures of like Tanjiro's dad and stuff just to confirm some stuff, and I didn't want to read past some things because I was like, oh, no, I'm gonna get the ending of this spoiled or something.
Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to look up nothing. I'm not trying to look up nothing. I want no time to come up.
I just looked it up, and he is a descendant of that family, but
of the sun breathing family.
Of the sun breathers, but yeah, I'm not gonna say any more than that. He's definitely connected to it somehow.
I mean, that could hint to why he's so powerful, I guess, as a Hashira.
Yeah.
But then also, when Tanjiro was fighting the machine, like that dude was fighting the machine on the easy mode, I guess, and the swordsmith dude, he was able to unlock it to let it fight at its full potential with Tanjiro. So I don't know. And then plus at the end of the entertainment arc district or the entertainment district arc, Tengen puts Tanjiro up to be the next Hashira or something like that.
Oh, because he beat a top 6.
Yeah.
And they said that that's like a top requirement or whatever. Oh, and doesn't Tengen say like, oh, but you have a potential suitor for the position?
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
he like points at him or something.
Yeah, he points at Tanjiro and they're like, him? So yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe some breathers are naturally just stronger. I just hope he doesn't lap Inosuke and Zenitsu in the dust.
I mean, the sun breathing is kind of an ass pull. Like in this like entertainment disregard, like how I don't know how he just suddenly can use multiple like different versions of sun breathing, like different attacks, because he barely could like do one in the spider arc, and then now he's just like, oh yeah, let me just pull this out and do this while he was almost dying before.
That's actually one of the pools that I put down in one of my cons for Demon Slayer overall, is that there's a lot of butt pools. Like, I get they try to set the precedent early when they give him the black Nichiren sword, and they're like, oh, black, that just means you're not going to be a master at anything. And so once I seen him pull the flame thing out, which was also out of nowhere, because he was like, oh, I saw them do it, let me just randomly do it too. I've never trained or done this before. He does it in the spider arc, and I'm like, okay, that happened. And then Nezuko having a blood demon art, okay, that happens too. And it magically like heals people's poison. I'm like, come on, dog. Like, really we doing that today? So
see, I feel like at least Tanjiro's, like with him using flame or being a sun breather, that one I feel like they're gonna, if I guess anything I said was right, they're gonna be like, oh, he inherited his dad's power, or the guy with the earring, right? Like he got passed on the power. And or don't they say that memories are inherited?
That's what he said.
Yeah,
with,
they do mention that, yeah.
Yeah, they do, but I'm not sure like how it's actually inherited.
No, I mean, and that's the thing, right? They could easily say like, oh, he inherited the memories from the previous guy or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like you know how All for One gets shaped based like differently on whoever holds it or whatever.
Yeah.
So then I guess that's one way they could go about it.
True. I'm very curious to see where they're gonna go. I don't want no more butt pulls, but now they're pulling this Tanjiro's potentially a sun breather thing. I feel like he's gonna be able to do multiple styles, and I just hope it's not one of those days where, oh, I saw him do it, I could do it too, type of Sharingan type thing. So
I mean, he can already do 2 different styles because he suddenly knows how to do sun breathing.
True. I don't think he knows exactly that he's doing sun breathing though. Right.
Because didn't in one of the fights, didn't he literally like say that he combined both the water and the fire?
Yeah, I think he said what he did was like he combined the dancing movements of the fire, but he added the water to it. Something like that.
I mean, he does switch between the two against the demons.
Gyotaro? Gyotaro and the other girl?
He doesn't have energy to pull off the fire thing, and then he just goes for the water instead because he knows that better, I guess, at this point.
True. Because Guy was like a master at the water to where he made a whole new form for it, or another level of it or whatever. So I guess like I said, they kind of trying to like hint towards it when it comes to them saying, oh, you're not going to be a master at anything. Usually people with black swords don't do anything. So and I hate that also about this is the fact that we can't see the color of their sword. So we don't know what color Zenitsu has, we don't know what color Inosuke has. So that also makes me
anime.
Well, yeah, true. But I'm saying if I was like manga only, imagine if he was manga only and like the anime hadn't came out, you definitely wouldn't be able to tell what's happening in the manga. So that's where color benefits in the manga at this point.
Because Zenitsu's sword is pretty cool. Like it has like the little like lightning bolts and like yellow.
And see, I gotta see it again. I haven't seen the anime in years. Well, since Mugen Train. So
see, the other funny thing that I thought is the Tanjiro and like the 3 of them, they all go against the same demons, right? Mm-hmm. Like they all fought Daki. I think they all took a swing at the other guy, right? But then it's only Tanjiro, the one who chips his sword and stuff.
I think it's because Tanjiro isn't properly throwing his sword. I mean, Inosuke is already chipped. Zenitsu, he's mastered that one form, that one move. He's mastered that, so he's not chipping it. It's always Tanjiro that's effing up somehow.
Yeah, so in conclusion, Tanjiro's swordman styles, he's kind of crap at it, basically.
Yeah, true. And that's what they touch on, I believe, at the beginning.
Yeah, he did just get that new weird sword from the robot.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll hold up.
Wait, did he get it, or was it like, oh, it's too rusty for him to use?
No, the
The buff
Smith
guy.
comes back and he's like, I'm a fix
Oh,
this blade
yeah.
for you. And I have
Yeah.
a feeling that's the secret weapon that they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like the girl Hashira, she was like, look for the secret weapon. I feel like that's it.
True. I thought to myself, cause I'm like, there's a sword in there. I'm like, that reminds me of Dragon Ball Z with the Z sword coming out and Gohan or Goku breaking it. I forgot which one broke it. But yeah.
See, you want to know what else I did think was kind of BS? Like they had to introduce it some type of way.
What?
Was when Tanjiro didn't, like, when he was being deprived of water or whatever, and then he's like, I was in between heaven or something, like, or he was like, and he had imagined all these fuzzy hands or whatever around him, and that he felt warm, and then he was in the water, and then he saw this little rock and he grabs it, and then when he grabs it, he like unlocks a new power, and it's like the power of smell, I think. Oh, like it's a different variation of smell.
Right. Smelling when they're gonna hit.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and
Oh
then- yeah,
yeah.
and then now-
Oh yeah, like a spider sense. I remember that. That's what I was remembering. That was it. I was like, I'm forgetting something. That was it. I was like, what in the BS?
Because then now he has the little string thing, which is where he can see like where he has to follow through with his sword or whatever to kill him. And then now he has like another string which tells him where the attacks are coming.
Mm-hmm. I think they trying to play too much on that sniffing ability. Like, come on, dog. Like, I can see you gave that to Inosuke, but Tanjiro of all people, like, come on, dog. What we doing right now?
Yeah, I mean, I know he has like a good, yeah, but then it's even like the way they set it up, because it's almost like he got it when he was about to die or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what does that mean? Like, does that mean that Tanjiro's like a god or something, and then he touched it in the afterlife or something?
Well,
You know,
I
he
mean, he
somehow
just got a
connected to,
Zenkai boost. He just got a Zenkai boost. Easy.
No, that's like the armor plot that Lucy got for beating the Mochi guy almost.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna say his
Like,
name, so that way it doesn't spoil it for anybody.
Oh yeah, sorry. He just needs like an extra power boost, and they didn't know how to give it to him. So
Yeah, I can see why you say that.
or they could explain it in the future. Maybe we don't know something right now, but
I'm not trying to write it off, so I'm hoping that they touch upon it more. That's all I'll say. But yeah, you have anything else you want to share, Andres?
no, I think that would be it.
All right, man. Good conversation, man. Good conversation. I highly appreciate you
Thanks for
coming
having
up.
me. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, Cass. What is good, my boy? The advocate of the holy text. Yes,
I mean,
sir.
At least the manga is kind of getting to a point where it's interesting because it's new stuff. So that's at least something.
Were you an anime watcher?
Oh yeah, I did.
So now that you're here, this is your first meeting here. How do you feel about anime versus manga?
The anime is way better. It looks like they did a fantastic job with the anime.
Mm-hmm.
The story is still mid, but at least it looks pretty.
This is true.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. For me, it's super hard getting over the art when I started with the anime.
This is also true.
And people keep saying, "Oh, it's gonna get better," but it's just keeps getting crustier and crustier. I feel. Like every panel Inosuke is in is just like, okay, what's going on?
Oh yeah, like, I mean, obviously we already can't tell his facial expressions, but we also have to assume what he's saying through his voice is whatever emotion. We just have to assume rather than hearing it in the anime where, you know, a character with a mask on, it's gonna be hard to, like, I have hate to have had to read how Toby was in the manga back in the Naruto days. But yeah, I would say that the art progressively got better over since it was one of the early arcs, and then it got to one of the arcs in season 1. I'm like, all right, the art's gotten better in the manga. Doesn't mean it's good, but it's gotten better.
Because the person who made it got like assistants to do stuff now.
That would make sense, and that would be sad if someone else drew her creation better than her. That's very sad. But
I feel
on.
like actually one of the like my favorite parts of this section of the manga was actually Inosuke. He got a lot of like time to shine compared to all the other characters. Like he's just straight up funny, I think. Like, and that's also why the art kind of adds to like the whole comedic part of the manga, especially with Inosuke, because whenever he's doing something goofy, he looks like I don't even know, man.
I feel like I still find Inosuke annoying, personally. Well, he wasn't as annoying in this latest arc, obviously, and he's not going to be annoying in Swordsmith Village because I highly doubt he's going to be in it at all. But I feel like I like Zenitsu a bit more in the manga version than the anime version.
I honestly like them pretty much the same, to be honest. It's I don't know, they're two different like types of comedy like, and I enjoy both. They add something to the like. I don't know. I kind of look at that team as like a combined main character where they all have like characteristics of a regular shonen MC.
I agree. I feel like they're all goofy, but they all like fit like a certain archetype. Like one is super aggressive. There's one that's a calm one, and obviously the scary one. But they all together, when they are together, they do act goofy, like over the top goofy at points. But
yeah, for sure.
How do you feel about, since we haven't had you on, what is your favorite arc that you've read so far, or that you've, I guess, watched since you were watching the anime too?
Definitely the Entertainment District arc. It's I like the fight in that more than any of the other fights. Also Tengen is just better than how do you say his name? Rengoku?
Yeah, Rengoku.
Rengoku. I don't know. I didn't feel attached to Rengoku at all. Like, I didn't care for him.
But did you feel attached to Tengen?
More than Rengoku, yeah.
I can see why you say that. I guess like with Rengoku, at least they gave you like a little backstory, and they gave you, I guess, kind of like a character epilogue for him meeting his father and all that. With Tengen, I feel like I didn't know anything personal about him. All we just know that he got 3 wives and he's strong, and he has some sound breathing or something like that. I think it was sound breathing.
I mean, they do also like go into how he like left his family and like all his siblings died and so on.
Yeah, because he was from the ninja clan or something like that.
Yeah,
I felt like that was rushed over. I feel like all these backstories have been super rushed over.
Definitely. I mean, the manga is short, so there's like only so much like the mangaka can tell, but that's just a sign of bad storytelling.
True. I feel like, yeah, sadly, because trying to give everybody and even the demons a backstory, I'm like, we don't need a backstory for the demon. Good God. That's just
me. I mean, it's like it's neat sometimes to like get like with the main demons, but like all the random ones, it's like we don't need to know this. Like just get rid of them.
Yeah, because I'm like, y'all, dog, they're murderers. Like I really don't care. And I get why the author tries to make you sympathize for them, but I don't care. I never will care. Like the whole story with he grew up ugly. He had a sister. Their parents died. They was on the streets. I'm like, I get it. You're trying to be like the quote unquote antithesis to Tanjiro and Nezuko, but I don't care about them. They've been killing people, and these have been the enemies for the past few chapters. I want them to die. I want them to go. I don't care. That's just me though.
Oh yeah, for sure. I totally agree.
But Cass, what would be your rating of Demon Slayer?
It's a 6 out of 10.
Okay, pretty gracious. And
I think that's only because I really enjoyed the new arc that we're getting into. Like it seems it's more interesting than the previous one, so I'm kind of like giving it a little more leeway there. But who knows? Maybe I'll hate it by the end when we're done.
I hope not. I hope this is the one arc that's like the saving grace, even though it took us about 100 chapters to get to. That's sad to say. I know I say that about Black Clover. It takes about 60 chapters for you to get into it. But woo, Demon Slayer, it takes you about halfway to get into it? That'd be crazy.
I mean, once Black Clover like starts being gas, then it just doesn't stop being gas.
This do be facts though. This do be facts. Like it has not stopped being gas ever since that Water Temple arc, which is one of the best arcs in the show so far, or in the manga, whatever. But let me see. I'm adding Joseph right now. I'm not sure if he has a point that he wants to retort with you, but I added him in. What up, Joseph?
I just have an arrangement of points, not anything specific against him.
Uh oh. Was there anything against anything that we've said?
Like, sure. I guess I can get into it. Like, about like characters being drawn from a distance. I actually think that the art hasn't gotten better over time.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
It's just that anytime like environments or non-human features are drawn, it's just significantly better than everything else drawn on that page. Because I feel like they don't know how to draw faces.
Do you
So
feel
whenever
like
you
that's
see
the
characters from,
manga
like, a
code?
far distance away, like the worst details actually makes it look better than it should be.
Do you think the mangaka's the one drawing everything, or do you think the editor is drawing one thing and the mangaka's drawing another thing?
I'm gonna hope that the mangaka is the one drawing the environments, because I don't want to believe that the mangaka just can't draw anything.
I mean, there are mangakas that can't draw. So, one, for example,
usually like they pair off with a partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's really the case here. I haven't checked.
Okay.
I mean, the person who does Jujutsu Kaisen doesn't have a partner, and that artist do.
Ooh. Ooh. I agree,
guess,
kind of.
I guess there's something bigger that I maybe disagree with. You talked about like demons' backstories.
Mm-hmm.
I actually care about the demons a little more than the Hashira at this point, because the demons are actually more fleshed out and more developed than the Hashira have been. Like, you can call like their backstories pointless, which, you know, I kind of agree.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I still know the demons more as people than I know the Hashira.
I will agree, because since we do have a backstory for each, I'm about to call them zombies. I'd be one to call them zombies. For each demon that we have encountered, we have gotten the backstory, and obviously their power is resemblant, or like a symbolization or whatever of their backstory. Like the drum guy, he wanted to be a drummer or whatever, or the brother or sister. You know, they were all that they had growing up in the slums or whatever. So I get what you mean by that. And also, I have a question. Do y'all guys care about the narration of this series so far? Like, there's narration, and I'm like, I don't know if I like narration.
I don't really mind it.
It just throws me off whenever I see it. Like, it'd be like in a square text. Like, it'd be in a square text where something is being narrated, and I'm like,
oh, I see. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. But that's me personally, though. Sometimes it speaks from the character's point of view, but sometimes it's just like a random author, or a random narrator, and I'm like, no, I don't like that. All right, Joseph, any other points?
Okay, so about the fights, I've like recent One Piece like has gone way more detailed, which means fights are slightly harder to follow, which is probably why I don't have a problem following these fights.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't find the fights that interesting. I don't know, like the action doesn't grab me. So my favorite arc so far in this entire thing is literally the first training arc.
Talking about
that's
when
very low art. It's not like a great arc, but it's the best so far to me.
And you're current up to where we at now, right?
Yeah.
So how you feel about the Swordsmith Village arc so far?
I mean, it's just starting out, so I don't really want to say. I was actually hoping that like the most recent arc, the Red Light District, would actually be my favorite one, because the build-up interested me, like the setup.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought like the majority of the arc would be about like discovering the mystery and exposing things, but that just went by really fast and just was like mostly a fight.
It was, now that I think about it, because the way that the anime makes it look, Like, it makes it look like the entertainment district itself is a character. Like, it just looks so vibrant and colorful, and it just looks so beautiful. But in the manga, we're just like inside these buildings most of the time. So I'm like, oh, okay. We're finding out this easy mystery.
Yeah, I guess going into the arc, I just wanted it to be much more of a mystery thing than a fight thing. So I just didn't get what I really wanted going.
I understand. Dang, that could have had for a great. I guess it would have subverted my expectations because I expected it to fight. I didn't expect the fight to be that long and take up most of the arc though. But I will say that if they would have went to the mystery aspect, then it would have been. It would have actually added a little bit of a layer to Demon Slayer overall, because it definitely would have been something that I would have thought was out of left field, but I probably would have enjoyed it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything I got.
Okay, Cass, do you have anything to retort to that?
No, not really.
Dang, we're all in agreement over all these arcs. What the heck? Someone needs to be the contrarian here. I'll be the contrarian. I don't know what to say though. But yeah.
Just get Joby in here.
Oh God. No, I said contrarian. Not meat rider. Not Demon Slayer meat rider. We do need him here though, because I want to see his opinions on some of this stuff. Hopefully he watches this later. But do any of you guys have any more opinions over what we have read for Demon Slayer?
I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do with that guy Genya. Is that his name? Like he shows on the last panel, in the fight that's coming up.
Wait, is that the demon?
No, that's that other guy that was at final selection.
Oh, the one that just got mysteriously big out of nowhere?
Yeah, and I didn't remember him even being in the story, and then he showed up again. I'm like, okay. And now he's here, and he's like randomly healing his teeth and stuff.
Oh yeah, because Tanjiro weirdly had his tooth and wanted to return it to him. Because that's just such a great thing.
Perfectly normal.
Yeah, like that's what I would love for my MC to do. So yeah. I'm hoping for great things in this arc. I know I'm gonna read a volume after this. Well, obviously I'm gonna eat dinner after this, but I'm gonna read a volume tonight because I'm really interested into where this arc is gonna go. They just introduced the demon enemy that we are gonna have. That's part of the upper six. I want to call them the upper six. So it's gonna be interesting seeing even though it's still gonna be a 3-man team with Tanjiro, that one Hashira, and that other dude that was at final selection. Even though they're there and it's gonna be a 3-man team again, I am interested to see how Tanjiro is gonna move without Zenitsu and Inosuke, and how he's gonna move with a Hashira, which hopefully we don't lose another one, and how he's gonna move with that other guy. I feel like that other guy is gonna be like the Vegeta character, where he's gonna be arrogant, prideful, gets in his way, and then Tanjiro's gonna be like, "We gotta work together, dude, we're gonna die." You know, I hope Tanjiro doesn't go down that path. That'd be so Goku of him. But yeah,
I wonder if that like second Hashira that's there is also gonna be a bigger part of this arc.
I want to say yes, but didn't she leave? And she was like, "Oh, I want you to find the secret."
She had to do something. She went was it a sword or something that was done? I don't remember. Something like that. She's still there, I believe.
Oh, I thought she had left.
Oh, she's on volume 14, so she's definitely still there, I think.
If the arc is still going.
It should be. Also, it's a very short arc.
I think it's a very short arc because I haven't heard anybody talk about it. But then again, I haven't heard anyone talk about any type of Demon Slayer arc online, so I can't say anything about that. Shout out to LG for the sub. Highly appreciate that, my boy. See it 7 months, nerds. Yes, sir. But yeah, any other opinions or speculations?
No.
Joseph?
No, I'm good.
All right. Then I will move you guys to the audience. We will read the chat and probably end it off right there because I think I got all my opinions. Oh, Flair, the protector of Peak. He's coming through. The Black Clover lover. The Peak lover, actually. I need to correct that. The Peak lover. What is up, Flair? How you doing tonight, man?
What's up? This is actually my first time being on voice chat.
Yes, it is. It's always amazing to hear you guys.
Thanks. I feel like we're overlooking a couple things.
Uh-oh.
Just some like panels and moments.
Okay.
Hagenezka,
Who is that?
the Tanjiro swordsmith.
Okay. Let's go.
How have we not talked about him being jacked?
Man, because that's the anime thing where they go off of do something 1 month and then they just come super ripped and then they eat a cheeseburger and they're back to what they was. I was like, yeah. He definitely ain't get. Well, then again, it was months when Tanjiro was, even though it's still fictionalized, it was months when Tanjiro was with at the Butterfly Mansion after the Tengen incident, because he had some severe healing he needed to do. I think he was like in a coma or something like that, right?
I think so.
I could be wrong. But what's
Also,
another...
what do you think about the ending of chapter 100?
Which one? What happened in
The,
that? Was that
the Mitsuri scene?
Oh, yes, sir.
There's rumors that that's not going to be animated, which is going to break everybody.
That's when we call it a trash anime. Then that's when all the Demon Slayer fans. Well, that's when I want the people in the Demon Slayer, in the anime manga community to come out and be like, But I'm saying, like, that's the one time I want them to come out and say they didn't animate this panel for panel. This is a bad adaptation. This is the one time I want them to come out. They want to do this for My Hero when it's panel for panel. They better do this for Demon Slayer. They better. That's all I'm gonna say.
See, another thing, everybody here is bashing the art. I think it's pretty good. While it's not as technical, it does the job for storytelling.
Sir, first of all, you do better art than this. Even though you're redoing other people's art, you're doing this too. Which your stuff is phenomenal. If y'all don't know, Flair is the person that makes the glass paintings, which look really fire. If you're in the manga, if you're in the Discord, go ahead, check out the art section. But you do fire art, and you watch Black Clover. You should know. Well, yeah, you read Black Clover.
I know this is the Demon Slayer book.
I'm not. I'm about to get current because I just realized.
3-month hiatus.
I heard, and I'm gonna catch up back when I just heard that the arc ended. I think one of you guys said it in Discord, so now I'm like, okay, I'm about to catch back up now, because I like to read stuff when it's finished. That way I remember stuff. So yeah, I'm about to read that.
So I think the art's actually pretty good. It's not very technical. Like a lot of the anatomy, like you were talking about Inosuke earlier, it kind of sucks. Except when you look at who like his character is, I think it kind of adds to it. Especially when he was on the ceiling, and he was kind of like all twisted. It was pretty funny there.
Which scene was that? Was that when he was in the house?
I think it's also chapter 100. It's right when Tanjiro woke up.
Oh, and Tanjiro was like, how come I can see Inosuke?
Inosuke was on the ceiling, yeah.
He was like, you have good senses, Tanjiro. I'm like, he was like, dog, I'm just looking up because I'm on a pillow right now. Okay. I can feel that. Anything else that we looked over, or anything else that you want to get off your chest that you want to speak about?
What was it called? Like the Type 0 robot? I don't think that fits the timeline at all. This is like early 1900s, right? That's when Demon Slayer is set in place.
Is it?
I think so. It's like I gotta Google this, but it doesn't really
I just
make
didn't think it
sense
had a timeline because I didn't. With certain stuff, it's just like, oh, this is how this world is, just in general.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But it said it was made like a couple hundred years ago from his ancestors, right? The robot.
Yes.
And so, like, how did they make the robot?
I don't think it was like a literal, like, oh, it needs like batteries to operate, like type thing.
No, I know. But it's just like strange to me. It doesn't.
How does it like work on its own and it fights on its own?
Yeah. Like I know it's supposed to be fiction, but it's not as believable as the other stuff.
I guess it depends. Like they haven't really set the boundary of where's technology at in this era. I guess. Like that's the thing. Like they haven't really set a boundary or a standard of this is how technology is in this world. I'm trying to think of a manga that has technology in it that people don't really use technology, but technology
it's just like at Naruto at the end. Like they have the passenger crows, right? But by the end of that little era, Kakashi's using a computer, like a laptop.
Oh yeah, because they're sending emails and stuff like that.
In a matter of
that's why I'm like, it depends on where this is set It depends, like how, like they haven't said like, oh, this is like technology right now in this world. I guess they never really set the limit, so I can't really say. But I understand where you're saying that it seems out of place, because how do they have the technology to do that when they haven't established any other technology before then?
Yeah, and it was hundreds of years old. They said like 300.
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
Because the samurai guy was like 500 years ago, right?
Yeah, I think they said he was from some type of Sengoku or some period.
Yeah. I'm not sure where.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Also, they explained Mitsuri's corpse outfit in one of the in between mini.
What did they say? Mitsuri is the girl, right?
Yeah, it was in between chapters on one of those middle pages that had a tiny extra comic.
Maybe I have to read the actual physical volume because I'm reading it on the
right
Shonen Jump
before,
website.
Oh yeah, it's on the physical volume. Right before chapter 103.
Mm-hmm.
There's an 8-panel comic where it just shows like a pervy Kakushi member that makes the female outfits.
Oh, I need to see that. Oh yeah, I'm reading that
Yeah,
tonight.
you need to see the extra.
I need to see that tonight. I need to see that because that's definitely not on the Shonen Jump website. I will tell you that right now.
No, that's why I prefer the physicals.
I mean, I do too. I have the physicals. It's just way more convenient for me to read it.
Literally Four-Eyed Creep. The guy's nickname is literally Four-Eyed Creep.
Oh, the guy that's a creep. That sounds.
Yeah.
Wait, did I read? No, I didn't read that. But I need to read that.
No, it's in the extra.
I'm glad you pointed that out to me because now I need to read that.
There's a bunch of random little art panels and stuff in between.
I know I read the little crow thing when the crow says like a little like, oh, this is this is extra added or whatever. Like I read those, but that's like, you know, in the bottom right corner of whatever page it's on.
Well, I don't read the online, so I'm not sure.
It's like after each chapter, it's like a crow or whatever. It's something or it's somebody saying like it's the author explaining something in the bottom right corner of the page after each chapter. Y'all don't have that in the physical?
No, I'm looking at the volume right now. And I'm seeing.
You about to make me go look at that physical to see. I'm gonna have to look at that physical later. Like it should be
Yeah.
Nah, keep going.
Sorry, keep going. Okay. In the beginning, you were talking about how you didn't know what like number demon those were. In the first chapter of volume 12, they introduce all the upper 6. In upper rank 5, he doesn't have like a literal body. It's kind of like a genie in a bottle.
Oh yeah, the little vase. Ain't that the enemy that we're about to fight now?
Yeah. Well, no. I think it was upper rank 4 that appeared at the end. The one that had like the ball on his forehead.
But remember, we saw the vase in that area too.
Yeah, the vase is also there, but the upper.
Oh, okay.
But the ball forehead guy is the one that Tanjo that walked in on him.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Or crawled in.
Okay. Yeah, because there's 2 demons there. Okay, I remember now. I remember.
So 2 upper ranks.
Yeah. So you think we're gonna kill 2 upper ranks, or one of them's gonna run away like a Kaza?
I'm not sure.
Oh wait, you read ahead, right? Or no?
Yeah, I'm trying not to say anything.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can't. I can't ask you questions like that.
Like I'm reading, I'm looking at the volume in my hand right now just to make sure everything.
All right. Is there anything else I missed now that you bring that up?
Oh, in the end of volume 12, Muichiro, the mist guy, he actually cuts off upper rank 4's head, and he splits off into 2 separate demons, just like Daki and Gyutaro did.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember this. And then Tanjiro was like, "Do we have to cut both their heads off at the same time, just like them?"
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I remember that. All right.
And now there's just, and it's not like actually, I think it's more than 2 because the 2 guys that come out, they're completely different designs.
So then there's 3 in total. Because there's a genie dude, then there's the one guy that splits into 2.
Yeah, just like upper rank 6. Which what did you think about that when they
did the meeting?
Randomly said, "Oh, you can't cut our head off. You have to do both." Kind of went against what we were told.
You talking about like you have to do both at the same time?
they don't explain how all of a sudden this one demon, both heads have to be cut off, even though they're showed as separate.
I guess my thing is it kind of could play kind of like last the stuff that we did read, where like when they tried to cut off old girl's head, like, you know, the ribbon or the tapestry, whatever that thing was called, you know, it was attached to it. So maybe, I don't know, maybe their life force is dependent on each other to where it's like, okay, if he's alive, I'm still good, but if he dies and I die at the same time, oh, we're effed because we have no life energy to suck off of one another. Pause. That, I mean, that could be a thing, I'm assuming. But each time we hit another arc, it's like, okay, you're supposed to cut the demon's head off. That's how you kill them. Each arc.
There's a new enemy and new way to do it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can't cut their head off. Okay, but now we're establishing new rules. Okay, I got it.
Before Volume 6 for the Hashira meeting, it was kind of like the prelogue.
Mm-hmm.
And now everything's like changing.
Yeah, and I guess
how you actually kill them.
But I guess that's why they're upper rank 6. So I guess the rule is to, because I don't think they was thinking, oh yeah, Tanjiro is going to be going up against upper rank 6. So I guess they're like, yeah, you kill every demon, just cutting its head off. And they're like, okay, cool. But so now that Tanjiro is facing upper rank 6, can he really fight regular demons?
Like, is he too powerful to do it, and he shouldn't get assigned to that? Or?
Yeah.
Well, we know their ranks increased. It might have increased after Entertainment District as well.
Well, I mean, Tengen was saying that he should be a Hashira. At that point, the power scaling. He was saying
that someone was about to reach their potential.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Okay, but he was using Tanjiro.
He will become one. That's what he was like saying.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if he's going to become the new head of the Hashiras or anything like that. I'm not going to speculate that far. There's no telling what all do with the disease is going to do. But also, didn't the disease progress a little bit more on his face? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, I'm looking through volume 11 right now.
Uh-huh.
So I don't say anything too much. So in
because that's when he starts coughing up, and he's like,
eyeballs, right?
Yeah, I think it was
like below his eyes.
Yeah, I think it was like right here, like to like half of his face, and right now it's like most of his face.
Now it goes down his neck a little bit.
Yeah, which has me contemplating on what Andre said about him possibly being related to Muzan or being connected to Muzan somehow, to where maybe he knows that other girl that's a healer, that's I'd be one to call them zombies, a demon healer, where she kind of like is doing the medicine for Nezuko.
Lady Tama.
Yeah, she knows her. So I'm thinking, has she been trying to like hold off that disease for a while, or like what? Because why is it suddenly progressing over this time period, and it seems so rapidly? Like, why is it progressing this fast?
Well, you don't know how long he's had it.
True, we don't, but it just seems like if he has had it, like, why is it progressing this fast? Because everybody's looking at it like it's normal. Like all the Hashiras was looking at it like
as a reader, the timeline is different for us, because them, it's like every time Tanjiro's asleep or something, months go by.
Yeah, like 6 months and all that. Like, I think his training arc was like a year or 2 years, right?
I think that was 2 years.
Yeah. So pacing time wise is really fast. I mean, the pacing in the manga is fast in general, but pacing time wise,
as a reader, we kind of forget that.
Yeah, I remember like every time they do heal up in between missions, it's like 6 months. But I guess I don't feel the weight of the 6 months, because they be like, oh, 1 page later, 6 months later. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So these guys are at least a year older. Like, we spent a year with these guys, kind of, haven't we?
I think so. It was 4 months in between Mugen Train and Entertainment District, and several years in the initial training. Plus now 2 months unconscious. Was it 2 months?
I think it was. I think it was 6. I might be totaling it up to 6, but I feel like it was 6 months, because he was in the coma for a while. I could be wrong though.
I'm looking at that.
All right, while you look at that, I'm gonna go in the chat and I'm gonna catch up with everything people are saying. Because Zoro, solo Demon Slayer world. I don't know. That's a tough one. Dark Zuckerberg. I do want to shout out the 2 people that did follow. I'm crying right now. 11 and Dark Zuckerberg. I saw y'all follow, but we was in the middle of a conversation. I'm below the Demon Slayer verse. All right, bro. They started playing JoJo in my gym to motivate people. I'm dead. That's how you got. That's how you got to get them working.
Yeah, I can't find it in here.
I mean,
I might just not be looking enough.
Either way, we know. You know, months happen later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Yeah. But either way, we spent a good amount of time with the actual crew itself. Like, it's been at least half a year.
Yeah.
Sage say this. I think Matt is the most sexy man. I would do anything down bad he would want me to do.
Yeah, I don't really have much more. Actually, that's it.
That's all your points?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Flair, for coming up. This is like your first time up, so thank you. I appreciate that.
I hope I'll be here next time.
Oh yeah, hopefully. We're all.
It has volume 16, which is one of my favorite bits.
Oh, don't say that. Wait, 13, 14, 15,
I'm not
16.
gonna say anything.
That's no. I'm saying don't say that because now I'm excited for it. That's what I mean.
All right.
But yeah. Thank you, Flair, for coming up later. All right, we got my boy Ronnie coming to the stage. Ronnie, how are you doing?
Whoa, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much. You also, Ronnie. That wasn't really that bad of a thing to say. I would usually say that for Matt, anyways. So yeah, just letting you know.
I know. I just couldn't think of anything.
Understandable.
I just wanted to come on and say, Demon Slayer's mid.
Oh.
That's all I wanted to say.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not really saying anything profound with that, but.
Oh no, I'm not.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'll say that. You're not wrong. Giving it a little too much credit, but you're not wrong. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, but you know.
All right, Ronnie. You have no opinions that you want to give off?
I'm gonna be honest. Wait, where are you guys at in the manga? Because like I wasn't here for like half the stream, so like I have no idea where you guys are at.
So we read all of so up to right now in this book club, we have read all the season 2 content, and we're a volume past the season 2 content. So we're up in the Swordsmith Village arc.
Okay. So you guys are so you're already past the entertainment district.
Yeah, we're past that.
So
a little bit past that.
I read up to the point where I'm at in the anime.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not done. Like I'm not caught up with you guys, but the one thing I have to say is, why did they dress up Zenitsu, Tanjiro, and Inosuke as women, and Tanjiro was the only one they thought looked like a girl? I thought. You know what I mean?
No, they thought Inosuke was a girl.
Oh, like, you're right. Oh yeah, you're right.
And then remember, Tanjiro was like, they was like, oh, we knew you was a boy. We just thought it was weird that you dressed up as a girl. He was like, what?
Ooh, yeah, you're right. Oh my god.
That's why I remember.
I have not watched it in a while.
No, you're good. I mean, I forget little details until you guys remind me too. So, yeah. That was funny though. That was a funny reveal. I will say that was the one funny part that I laughed at.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah. Anything else?
But yeah. No, just Demon Slayer's mid.
Oh, dang. Okay. Well, I mean, you're not, like I said, you're not saying anything wrong when you say something.
I wish Joby was here, and that way I could say it in front of him, but.
Well, I mean, Joby knows we all think it's mid or trash. So you're not really saying anything different to him. We have that mob mentality where we all go against Demon Slayer, and Joby just has to defend it on his own. Sad to say. But Joby should be here next stream, hopefully. I hope we do a hot take stream next stream. But yeah. Thank you for coming on, Ronnie.
Yeah, man, thank you.
No problem. All right, by the way, Sage, when I say I like the moment, I think it's me. I think it's just me who thought it was cool. Haven't heard other people talk about it. Wait, a moment from chapter 16? I mean, volume 16 or no? Let me know. Inosuke looking like Tengen's wife. This is facts. Wani. Do you think the time Engine should be spaced better? Do you think the time should be spaced a bit better? I think so, or just make it less time consuming. Like, don't say, oh, it's been 6 months, and then not feel like 6 months. Like, I feel like we need that cool down between each arc. But right now, it's moving. The manga's moving. So I'm like, all right, cool. As long as we don't waste time, I guess. Especially with non-character developing or non-world building type things. Just don't waste my time. But yeah, ooh. Also about to read some Chain Peak Man. That's a good series. That's a good series. But yeah, oh yes, that says It says that all female Demon Slayer Corp members are supposed to wear it a little unbuttoned. Hold up. Hey, say word. Where are you in CSM? Oh, I'm finished. I don't know about Ronnie. Oh, yes. Even if our protagonists are recovering from injuries, it's the perfect time to actually develop the world of the Hashira or the Hashiras. That would be facts. I would love to see something like they try to preview the next arc, and then like we just see a Hashira all bloodied up or something, and then like we just see them die. Oh, that'd be hard. It's like I'm writing the series myself. Like, come on, dog. Just started volume 2. I got my volume 1 today as a gift from a friend. All right, good writing. Not in this manga. Hey, you're right. My apologies. Yeah, I mean, there's so much that they could do with it, Joseph, but I just don't know what type of pressure that the manga had on her back. Plus, it already wasn't doing well as is, so sucks to suck. But I mean, she did make a lot of money. I'm pretty sure she became a millionaire off of Demon Slayer. That's crazy. We made that woman a millionaire. She should cut me a little check too. Cut us a check. But yeah, they've already been back for that heckin' mansion twice. Yeah, it's weird. Like every single mansion they go to, it's like they backtrack back. Imagine doing that. Well, I mean, some video games do that where you go to a mission, you come back to the base. You go to a mission, come back to the base. That is right. That is right. I want to make a note of that too. Like I think I had that in my notes for Demon Slayer for my review. Whenever I do my review, I've been writing some notes down. I still remember the Chihai Yafaru author's kid went up to her and asked her why she couldn't write something good like Demon Slayer. It's the kids. The kids are all wrong. This is facts. This is big facts. When's the next stream? Potentially this weekend. But for sure Tuesday. Kanoa must give some good suck or something. But yeah, why does my foot hurt so bad? Hot take stream next? There are hot takes to be made. Either the next stream is going to be a reaction stream and just a chill stream, or Tuesday stream is going to be a hot take stream. You guys can decide that in the Discord and the Twitch section, in the communities tab right here, in the Twitch sections. I don't know. Where is it at? Oh, Twitch right here. We can decide it there. We need a Ronnie stream for real. Hey, yo, I'm gonna have the Discord fuming with my text. Hey. Oh, that's gonna be a great stream to rewatch. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a great stream to rewatch. But it seems like everybody has said their opinions, their pieces. Obviously, you guys know my opinions. And obviously, when I'm talking with you guys, then I get more opinions. And we get to speculate and we just get to talking and things like that. So this is about it. Yeah, my seat had fell down while I was streaming, so now I look short. I look very short. But that's about it probably for the Demon Slayer Manga Club meeting 3. So let me go ahead and lace you boys up. Let me lace y'all up with what we are reading next week. Well, reading for next week. Let me see here. We read volumes 9 through 12 this one. So that means next time we're reading volumes 13, 14, 15, and 16. I repeat, we are reading volumes 13, 14, 15, and 16. So we should be ending on the volume with the head of the Demon Slayer corpse guy and a crow and a woman on front. That's the volume we should be ending off. And the chapter that we are ending off on is chapter 142. I repeat, lace. How my lace? But we are going to be ending out next week's chapters on 142. So we're going to be starting from 107 and ending at 142. So hopefully this is a fun ride. Maybe the Swordsmith Village arc will be done. I'm not sure. Can I join next week even if I have to read up to, even if I have look, you could join as long as you only talk about the content that we have read up to. Madness QT, I hope I said that right. Sage already said I get all the names. You do, bro. Costa better show up for hot takes. He better. The way he be talking, he better. Yo, I don't like looking this short on stream. Here we go. But yeah, he better mid maidens. Oh, but yeah, like I said, volumes 13 through 16. Yeah, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 13 through 16. And we're going to read up to chapter 142. So that's where we're heading out. And like I said, book clubs are every Thursday, 9:30 p.m. CST. Do not forget. Trust me, because I try myself not to forget. Don't forget to follow Twitter. Join the Discord, discord.gg/darksage. As long as people boost the server, we will keep the actual URL so people can join. So please do it. Please. I need to add some money to that tonight. But yeah, Like I said, thank you guys for watching. Highly appreciate you guys for coming through, spending your time with your boy. And I just love that you guys are actually a part of this community and actually, what's the word? Interacting. That you guys are interacting with the content and actually being a part of it. Because without you guys, this wouldn't be as successful as it is. Obviously, when we did do Tokyo Ghoul, we only did 2 book clubs. And people barely were showing up to the second one. So I had to end that one out on the second one. But yeah, thank you guys. Highly appreciate you guys. You'll know how much I appreciate you guys. But as usual, we will find another streamer to raid because I want to show the love to somebody else. And we can show the love. We can show the love to a fellow Discord member. I see my boy Jay Flash is streaming. So let's go and raid him. Let me see. I hope he comes up. He did not come up. Okay. So we can raid Jay Flash, see what he's doing. Also another member of the community, like I said. Like I said, thank you guys for watching. Imagine subbing to a B tier streamer. Imagine boosting a B tier creator server. Dog, where's my Sonic rings at, man? That's me right now. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. Dark Sage out. Peace.